Well, it is almost holiday time, and if you're single, chances are you'll be going out on a date or two, maybe three, it all depends. All that dating can certainly add up. So professional matchmaker Mandy Watson with It's Just Lunch San Francisco is here to share some tips for some fun, affordable dates that won't break the bank.
That's right.
Well, welcome back to the show. I always love when you're here. It's always fun. Okay, so let's talk dating, because I imagine dating is pretty expensive, especially in San Francisco.
It really can be. In San Francisco, the average cost of a date is $145. It's right behind New York as the second largest in the nation.
Do you feel like a lot of people then don't want to date because of that?
I think so. I think that could be a deterrent because that cost includes the dinner, the drinks, the movie tickets, but I have some really great ideas and for inexpensive dates. You just got to plan ahead and do your homework and it'll pay off literally.
So research.
And it's not even that hard. You just go to, one of my favorite resources that I tell my clients is sffuncheap.com. And you can look in your area, in the Bay Area for your city, and also today, this week, or this weekend. So you can plan ahead based on the weather and the person that you're meeting.
Okay, well, you are the expert on all of this. So what are some of your favorite and affordable ideas in the Bay Area?
Well, I think a really great thing, I mean, especially with the weather, we have so many activities in our backyard right now. Yeah. So get outside. Fall is our summer. Pack a blanket, get a bottle of wine, get a dinner, and you can picnic at the park. You can also go on a really fun walk through the botanical gardens. It's $9 a ticket there, and you can spend all day, and it's romantic and really fun.
Yeah, so many places. It's a good point. So many places in the Bay Area, very scenic, so that can be romantic. Also museums, those are always fun.
Absolutely. So there's a really neat thing that I had discovered before. It's called Nightlife at the California Academy of Sciences. It's a $15 ticket per person as opposed to $35, and it's in the evenings on Thursday, and there's DJ, there's music, there's food, and you can just walk around, meet some really fun new people, and even dance.
Yeah, a good way to get to know somebody. You can bond through dancing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Always awesome. All right, you say do good for others.
That's right.
That's very important.
I really like a date where you can give back. I think that's so nice. And there's so many different cities in the Bay Area. They have community gardens. They would welcome people to come, and you can bring your date there. There's also, you can volunteer. What I like to say is like a tiered date. So you could volunteer for the San Francisco Recreation and Parks and, you know, clean up the park. Then the two of you could go on a hike afterwards, and then you have lunch. And it's just a really great way to give back, and I think it's really lovely.
And while you're doing that, I mean, you can still pick up trash and talk and get to know each other.
Of course, and you also get to see how they're, you know, interacting, what the conversation's like. I think it's a really nice thing to do.
And a date doesn't have to be at night.
Exactly. Yeah. And in fact, at It's Just Lunch, we normally set up our clients on lunch or drink dates, but I had this really shy client, and I wanted to kind of make it a little different for him. So I had his date set up at the De Young Museum so they could walk around and chat, and then they had lunch later, and it worked because 10 years later, they're still together.
Oh, yay. I mean, you have a very successful record, including your sister.
That's right.
You set her up with her husband.
Yeah, over 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
And now they have two kids living the life.
And we're going to go trick-or-treating, and I just can't even wait.
Oh, that's so great. Okay, so if somebody out there is single right now and they're ready to mingle, where do they go?
Well, I mean, there's so many different things to do, like some of the suggestions I had before. But also, I mean, even if you join a meetup or some sort of a group where you could either volunteer or give back, sometimes when you're in a volunteer group, you all kind of decide together to go to a museum together, to go to a trivia night. There's some really, really fun things out there. So just kind of plan ahead and kind of see where your group is. It's fun.
I mean, Halloween is around the corner. Is that a time that you can
yes. So Halloween, I tell all my clients you need to go out for Halloween because when you're wearing a costume, it can prompt great conversation. People will come up to you, and it's a great conversation icebreaker too. Yeah. They'll comment about your costume, and it just sparks fun conversation, and a lot of relationships have happened when you're wearing a fun costume.
Ah, that's great. You might look a little different on the next date, though. You never know.
Exactly.
You know, Dracula might look different.
Fun.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks
you,
for
Michelle.
coming on the show. Thanks for having me on.
You always come with good tips. So be sure to follow Mandy. Her handle is itsjustlunchsf.com.